You can identify those.
That's like getting upset that I'm the same shit.
Hello from Siberia, and I mean that literally. I really am in Siberia. The time difference from here in Eastern Standard Time is 11 hours. So it's quite far. I'm in the middle of nowhere, but it's okay. There are still girls. So I just wanted to go over a concept or a problem that keeps revisiting me, that keeps knocking on my door. And that problem is this. You cannot duplicate an experience and receive the same joy or happiness from that experience as the first time that you experienced it. No matter how much I try to duplicate things, to duplicate a period of life where I enjoyed something, I can't seem to get the same satisfaction from doing that same thing the second or third time around. The best example I can come up with is when I first made it to Eastern Europe back in spring 2011. I went to Poland, and I had the most amazing time ever. You know, it was the first time I was surrounded by a plentiful supply of cute girls that like me, and the sexual adventures that I had there. Just from time to time I think about it and it puts a smile on my face. And I've been back to Poland twice since then, and I couldn't even achieve 50% of that excitement, of that happiness. I've traveled the world, many other countries, and while I've experienced different types of joy, I mean, the most memorable ones are meeting girls in Russian, speaking a foreign language, and getting these really feminine girls into bed and going out with them. That has been great. But for the years since then, no matter where I go, I just can't duplicate that. And so that's one thing that has taught me, is that you only have one shot to experience the best of what you want. One shot, this feeling is going to come and it's going to feel great, and you're going to be extremely happy. Maybe you're going to go on a trip with your friend and it's going to be a great trip. But you can never do it again. You can never go on a second trip and experience the same thing. So really, you can only, many milestones in life, you can only experience it once and get the happiness from that only once. So then after that, you have a couple of options. One, you can try to achieve ever escalating milestones. Like instead of sex with one girl, maybe sex with two girls at the same time, or like I did, instead of sex with a girl in English, have sex with her in a different language, and so on. But the problem, you will hit a wall probably sooner than you want. I mean, there's going to be a point where you simply cannot achieve anymore. You simply cannot have sex with 10 girls at the same time. You're going to come up with a physical limit, maybe a monetary limit, where you just can't do more than that. No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you work, you just won't be able to surpass a previous achievement. The second thing is just don't experience anything. Have the most boring life in the world, and any kind of stimulation or any kind of interesting thing that happens to you will provide this jolt of happiness. But in order for that to happen, you basically have to live in a farm, farm without internet and people and things like that. And the third thing, which I have done, is just accept it. Just accept that is the code in our brain. We cannot forever increase the joy and happiness we get from life by doing the same things. We just can't. I can sleep with 10 girls now in the next week, but it probably isn't going to do a whole lot just because I've slept with a lot of girls in the past. So it's going to provide this very short-term boost of excitement, and then that's it. We have to accept that there are limitations to being a human being, where we simply cannot always improve how we feel. We cannot always improve our happiness. There's just a time where you just have to say, well, I've kind of done everything. I've worked hard to achieve these set of goals, And really, I could achieve higher goals, but that's probably not going to make me happier than the goals I just did. So what do you do after that? You just accept it. You just accept it. It's a rule. And I'm not saying don't achieve. Please do. But just know that you can have the loftiest achievements, but they're probably not going to surpass even the easier ones that you achieved when you were 21 or 22. You know, the girls I've slept with since Poland are actually hotter now. But still, even though they are hotter, it still hasn't given me that same, oh my God, there's girls everywhere and I'm getting laid with all these girls and it feels great. It's still not giving me that. Now, I can sleep with a 9 right now and it still won't even give me 60% of the joy that I felt in April 2011, where I felt like a king. And so there it is. I mean, one thing we have to keep in mind is maybe there has to be a time when in any pursuit or in any hobby, we just have to stop and say, is this still giving me value? Is traveling to yet another shithole in Siberia, no matter what girl I get with there, still going to make me feel like it was worth it? And once you pass that point of diminishing return, the answer you may find out is no, it's not. So what do you do instead? You work on other things. You pursue other things. I mean, life, hopefully, for you is going to be long. And to narrow-mindedly focus it on one thing, whether it's money or girls or some type of job, you know, may not provide you with this everlasting happiness that you think it will. So just keep your mind open. And that's all that I want to say, you know, from, again, my Siberian dump. It's just, I think I have to accept that maybe traveling to really crappy cities in search of some mythical pussy paradise may not be the best thing that I can do. But until then, I'll think about it and share with you what I conclude. So, until next time.